Welcome aboard the Ear to There podcast, the podcast that'll help you vacation like a pro in any Disney destination. For those of you standing, please sit down and hold on throughout our journey and get ready to learn how to have the time of your life. And now, here's your host, Phil Gramlich.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ear to There podcast. I'm your host, Phil Gramlich. I am also the owner and operator of Ear to There Travel, which is a Disney-specialized travel agency. It is my job, or my mission in life, as I'd like to say, to take away all of that stress, all the time, and all the anxiety that it takes to plan a Disney trip, so you can focus on the fun things like having a great time with your family and friends and enjoying the magic. And I do everything from hotel reservations to fast passes to dining reservations, special event tickets, golf tee times, transportation, whatever you want. I handle all of that at absolutely no extra charge to you. You can find this podcast, my blog, or request a free, no obligation quote over at eartotheretravel.com. Also, check me out on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I do a live Facebook show there. It's facebook.com/eartotherephil. I'll sit and talk kind of like I do on this podcast. You'll listen, respond, type away your questions. I'll answer them. Sometimes we do trivia nights, all kinds of stuff. So again, at 7:30 on Thursday nights, and the address is facebook.com/eartotherephil. All right, this is episode number 80, believe it or not. Episode number 80 for the week of July 24th, 2017. Now, grab a drink, grab a snack, and as a famous mouse once said, on with the show. So if you are a frequent listener to the Ear to There podcast, you do know that my family and I just returned from Disneyland. I've actually mentioned it on the last couple of podcasts, on the last few Facebook Lives, so it's no big secret that we were just out at Disneyland for the D23 Expo. Well, I went to the Expo. My kids hung around in the parks, in the resorts, and just had a blast. So what I really wanted to do while we were out there was record a podcast episode in the park. And I really wanted to record one with someone super important or super famous. And unfortunately, I couldn't get any of those people. So I had to do a podcast with my family. Of course, I'm kidding. I did do a podcast with my family, which you're about to hear in a moment. But that was the plan all along. They were so excited to do it. It's my wife, Amy, my three kids, Alexa, Jack, and Zoe. We were thrilled to do it. They had fun until they were kind of bored of it at the end, as you'll hear. But hopefully Amy and I are entertaining enough to keep you listening throughout the episode. So we wanted to give our review on the entire Disneyland experience. I thought it was really neat to see the experience through my kids, or through the eyes of my kids. And I thought it would be very cool for you, the listener, to hear about their experiences in their own words. So remember, there's 6.5, 4.5, and 4.5. So this is all just kind of recorded on the spot. No real preparation. So it was a lot of fun, and they say some funny things. And again, their excuses are they're 6.5, 4.5, and 4.5. And if Amy and I aren't very good on the podcast, we have no excuses because, well, actually she does because she's only done a few of these. I have no excuses because I do these every week. But anyway, here we go. Our review of the Disneyland Resort. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here we are in Disney's California Adventure at Flo's Cafe in Cars Land. And Zoe's saying it is Lightning McQueen. Yes, it is Lightning McQueen. You're right, bud. So here we are, and we're going to try to record a podcast from in here and talk all about our favorite things from Disneyland. Well, actually, the Disneyland Resort. So let's start off with, I'm going to talk to the kids because Amy's up getting her food. Let's talk about your favorite food that you had in all of Disneyland or California Adventure. Lex, I'm going to start with Alexa, who's, how old are you, Lex?
6.5.
She is 6.5. What is your favorite food or drink that you've had in Disneyland Resort so far? Favorite food or drink? Go.
A fruit punch in the juice box.
Fruit punch in the juice box. Do you have a different favorite that we can't get at home? Because we can buy those at home. Is there anything else? Any kind of food? Any kind of drink? Any kind of special frozen drink?
So fast. I don't know.
He doesn't know. Okay.
So fast.
You're going to taste it so fast. Okay, Jack, you're up next, buddy. What has been your favorite food in Disneyland that you really, really liked, bud? What was your favorite food?
A waffle.
A waffle? What kind of waffle? Who was on your waffle that you really liked?
A car.
What car?
Later.
Mater. So Jack had a Mater waffle and said that was his favorite thing on the trip so far. This is our last night. We leave tomorrow morning. So we're sitting again in Flo's Cafe, looking out the Cars Land and the cars driving by. Zoe is super excited to talk about what her favorite food or drink was. Zoe Elizabeth, she is 4.5. Wait, Jack, how old are you again?
4.5.
Jack is also 4.5. Zoe, how old are you again?
4.5 too.
Zoe is 4.5 too. Now, Zoe, why don't you tell everybody who's listening what your favorite food or drink was in all of Disneyland?
That's something you think they can do too.
All right, so she said she has so many favorite foods and drinks she can't choose. Was there a special dessert that you had, or a special drink? Maybe a frozen slushy drink,
I'll
or
come back to you when I drink my dessert. Okay? The blueberry icy.
the blueberry icy. So she got a blueberry icy in Bugs Land, right? Was it in Bugs
That
Land?
was a slushy.
Oh, it was a slushy in Bugs Land? Where was the blueberry icy from? Do you remember what land?
I think it was blueberry raspberry. No, I don't remember.
She doesn't remember, but it was in California.
And it was blue, and it was a berry, and it was a slushy.
It was what?
And it was a slushy.
Okay, so we are confirmed, we have confirmation that it was a blueberry, it was a raspberry, and it was a slushy. So we will keep going. Here comes Amy Elizabeth. I will tell her, my wife Amy, that we are recording a podcast right now. Ames, we are recording a podcast. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. So here's the question that we asked Jack, Zoe, and Lex.
I'm ready to hear it.
And it starts off, we had a stomach bug, all of us, for the entire trip. Which, part of the course, the Ear to There travel crew and podcast crew
That is true enough.
always has a stomach ache when we go or get sick. What is your favorite food or drink that you've experienced on this trip to Disneyland? Go.
My answer immediately, I don't even have to think about it, is Bengal Barbecue, the banyan beef skewer. If you have never tried it, you need to, because even though I was so sick, I ate it and it was amazing, totally worth it.
Agreed. The banyan beef skewer was phenomenal. I'll see your banyan beef skewer, and I will raise you a pork belly skewer.
Ooh, that was good, but I'm still partial to the banyan beef.
I think I am too. The banyan beef skewer is better. But the pork skewer was awesome. All right, so we're going to get our food now. We're going to go pick it up. We're eating, what are we eating here? Ribs at Flo's.
Yes, but they're like really cool. They're like Coke barbecue.
Barbecue, Coca-Cola barbecue sauce ribs and mashed potatoes. Maybe we'll have a new favorite.
They sound
after we eat
amazing,
this.
yes.
All right, and hopefully our stomach can take it.
We'll see how it goes.
We don't know how it's going to go. All right, so we're going to get our food, and we will come back, give you a review of those here at Flo's Cafe, and talk about our favorite attractions and favorite characters and all that stuff in just a couple minutes. Well, for you, it'll be instantaneous. For us, it'll be a few minutes.
Good job, bud. All right, ready.
This is going to be tough.
All right, so now we
excited.
move
She's so excited.
to the seating area outside of Flo's Cafe or Flo's Diner, Lex?
It's Flo's Cafe.
Flo's Cafe. We're outside Flo's Cafe, right across from the Cozy Cone Motel. And we're going to talk a little bit more about our favorite things in Disneyland, at the Disneyland Resort, right, Zoe?
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's think about it. After the Coca-Cola ribs, James, are you sticking with your answer for the best food that you had this week?
I don't know. That might have topped it, actually.
That was really good. The Coca-Cola ribs.
I'm sorry, the ribs and the mashed potatoes together were an amazing combination.
They were. They were really, really good. They were awesome. The ribs and the, as Amy said, the ribs and the mashed potatoes were awesome here at Flo's. So, like, again, you can hear the background music. There's, like, really cool, like, 50s and 60s music playing in the background. And Cars Lane, Zoe is dancing. Zoe, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe's having fun. Are you having fun, Mike? Mike's doing a little dancing. We don't have any video on this, but trust me, it's very fun. All right, so let's talk about our favorite, instead of our favorite foods, now let's talk about your favorite, let's say, what do you think, characters that we've seen here in Disneyland? I'm going to, well, I didn't get my best food, but wait first, let me get my best food.
Yes, of course.
I really think my favorite food from this trip was the macaroni and cheese with bacon cozy cone that we kind of had for breakfast this morning.
Yes, we did.
We did. I'm sorry. I am in the middle of a recording, but when you have 4.5-year-olds, I have to take a back seat. Yeah, Zoe, how can I help you?
I want to tell something.
Okay, she wants to tell a story. Tell it. She's whispering a story to me. Hold on 1 second. What was that?
It's a surprise.
Oh, a surprise. Okay. All right, so she's going to tell me a surprise later. So, yeah, the mac and cheese with bacon was phenomenal. And that might have been my favorite thing from the entire trip. But the Monte Cristo from Cafe Orleans is excellent. And how do you say it? Palm frite?
That's right. Good job.
Palm frite. I think I put a D in there where it doesn't belong. But they were my other favorite foods in this trip. Okay, so let's talk characters. So, Alexa, who was your favorite character that you saw during this trip? Your first ever trip to Disneyland?
Well, I just love Mickey and Minnie and all because I just love all the cool outfits. It was really cool seeing them. I just never go. And it was all summaries, but sometimes they were like different holiday outfits, and that's cool too.
That's a really good answer. That's a really good answer. So Mickey and Minnie because of the outfits. That's a great answer.
I mean, I just love the outfits.
All right, so next I'm going to try to ask Zoe and see if she is actually listening. Zoe, your favorite characters on your first trip to Disneyland, who were they?
My favorite character was Rapunzel.
Rapunzel? Did we see Rapunzel on this trip?
No.
Well, what was your favorite character from this trip?
No.
She's having a moment. Cinderella, that was a good one. We actually did see Cinderella in front of the Disneyland Railroad out in front of the park. That was really cool. Jack, Patrick, who was your favorite character that you saw on this Disneyland trip? Was it Cinderella? Was it, like I said, Mickey and Minnie? Was it Lightning McQueen or Mater or Cruz from the new Disney Pixar movie Cars 3? Mater was your favorite?
Yeah.
Why was Mater your favorite?
Because we got to ride in here.
I don't think we got to ride in here. Oh, so we got to ride in Radiator Springs Racers. Yeah. And we got to drive through. Oh. That's what you're talking about. So it's the Tomater...
Tomato spin, I think.
What's it called? Tomater spin?
Yeah.
Okay, the Tomater ride where it's you sit and it's almost like a whip ride that spins you around and around and around. Jack, how fast do you go on that ride?
Super fast and you bumps.
Super fast and there's bumps, that's true. All right, and Amy Elizabeth, the oh-so-patient wife, who on our last night is sitting recording a podcast with me, what was your favorite character from this trip? Or who was?
I loved seeing Oswald because I've never gotten to see him before. So that was really... I said Oswald?
I got it. I saw it. I had somebody else whisper in my ear as what I went. So, yeah. So, Oswald was very cool. We saw Oswald this morning, I guess, when we came into California Adventure. That was really cool. Let's talk about favorite attractions, favorite rides, guys. right, Zoe has to tell me a secret. This might be edited out, but okay. Tell me your surprise. Go ahead. Yes. So the surprise is Zoe wants to tell everybody on the podcast who is listening what her favorite drink was. Zoe, what was your favorite drink?
Great question.
My favorite thing is chocolate.
Her favorite drink is chocolate milk. I think that isn't just at. No, I'm not laughing. It's not just in the park. That's overall your favorite drink, right? Yeah. So overall, her favorite drink is chocolate milk. So I think my favorite character, just to finish that part up, I thought was really cool when we saw Dr. Facilier from The Princess and the Frog walking around New Orleans Square. That was really unexpected. I didn't expect to see him.
I've never seen Dr. Facilier, so it was really exciting.
Yeah, I've seen him at the villains. He's in the villains party over Hollywood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that was really cool to see him. All right, so we have to wrangle up a kid. Is he okay over there? Jack, come back over here with us, buddy. So there will be some parenting on this podcast. You will hear my parenting style. So, okay, I'll look at this little girl in the mini. Look, guys, there's a little girl walking by in a mini outfit, pink, with white polka dots, a dress, a mini pink bow, big pink sunglasses, and white mini gloves. She's adorable. Okay, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Zoe wants to tell you her favorite food. What's your favorite food, Zoe? Go ahead. Say it loud.
My favorite food is I can't remember.
So she can't remember. So my favorite attraction, character. We're going to get there. But the best character experience was Dr. Facilier. He actually talked to us on the way. And we actually got to meet Mean Jean the Pirate. It was very cool. Mean Jean the Pirate was awesome. She took a lot of time with our kids in New Orleans Square. She was just great and fantastic. And that's one thing about Disneyland. The characters are pretty much free roaming. 1 second, so the characters are pretty much free roaming. They walk around all over the place. It's cookies. So Zoe's favorite food is cookies. Just so everyone knows. But the characters aims pretty free roaming.
Yeah, that was.
No, we're not. No one's laughing at you.
That was pretty awesome because you would just be walking around, and Mary Poppins or whomever would just come walking down the street, right by you, and it was just amazing to watch it.
Yeah, I think
different from Disney World.
Yeah, it is very different from Disney World. Yesterday we saw Beast and Belle just kind of walking around.
They had they had both of them. I'm sorry, were holding a kid's hand and just walking them somewhere and kind of playing with them on the way, and it was so exciting and cool to watch that.
Agreed. It's very, very cool. Okay, so let's get on to favorite rides, guys. Favorite attractions from this week. And I'm going to start off again with Alexa Joy. Lex, what was your favorite attraction from the week? Let's say favorite new attraction that you did that you never rode at Disney World. What's your favorite? Or one that they had at Disney World that you'd like more here.
Okay, well, I really love Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because it was very fun and it really was wild. The name is very good with the attraction.
That is a superb answer. I love that answer. So, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because the name fits. And let me ask you one more question. What was your can you give me a second favorite, do you think? Well, what was your second favorite attraction from the week?
The monorail because I loved it going around and it was pretty cool to see everything.
The monorail, you said?
Yeah,
the monorail was very cool and really different here, right?
Yeah, it's very different than obviously Disney World, which is very good, but I love the one here.
Yeah. So the Disney, we have to go potty. The Disneyland monorail is very different. All right, since the rest of the family is taking a potty break, Alexa and I are here, still in Cars Land, still at Flo's, talking attractions. Let's talk about what you thought was cool about the attractions that they have both in Disneyland here and in Disney World, where you've been a bunch of times. What did you think? Which one do you like better? The one in the Buzz Lightyear here at Disneyland, or the Buzz Lightyear in Disney World?
Here, because the gun's easier, you just go. You don't have to, it's not sticking.
Right. So you can pick the guns up here, right?
Yeah.
So here comes Mater. You might hear the fire engine coming down the street one side, and the other side is Mater driving down the street, which is a lot of fun. So Buzz Lightyear in Walt Disney World, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, the guns are stationary, you can't lift them up. Here in Disneyland, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, you can actually pick them up and move them around to aim, and it's pretty cool. Alright, so what other attractions? What about Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, better here. Oh my god.
Why is it better here, do you think?
Because the two drops, oh my god, and the water, oh my god, it's still better here. And it's more scarier. That gets truck.
So there are two drops here. You did not see that coming at all, did you? No. She didn't see the two drops coming. And the water, we got a little wet, right?
No, soaked.
Soaked. She got soaked. We were in the front row, I think, right? So that was really cool. Then what else did we ride out here? Oh, one that isn't in Walt Disney World. What did you think of Storybook Land Canal Boats?
Oh, wait.
What did you like about it?
All the miniature houses and stuff.
So whose miniature houses did you see?
Mr. Toad's house.
There was Mr. Toad's. There were the Seven Dwarfs. There was Alice. What was the big castle the princesses, the Frozen sisters lived? What was their town called?
Allendale.
That's right. Wasn't that cool too?
Yeah.
And you heard them singing "Let It Go" when you went by. That was really cool. What about the attraction in this land? Not Tow Mater's Spin, or not Tow Mater's Junkyard Spin. What about Radiator Springs Racers? Did you like that one?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think, would you recommend that for a 4 or a 6-year-old?
That would be perfect.
What you like about it?
But the thing is, if you have a kid that doesn't really like house, hold your hand on it, because it's going to be a little scary, so.
If they don't like what?
If they don't like hills, hold your hand, because you know.
Yeah, so it's good. That's really good advice. She said, if you have a kid that doesn't like hills, hold their hands, because it can get a little bit scary. It is fast.
It's pretty fast.
And you go up over the hills and you kind of feel your stomach and the bottom of your feet, right?
Oh my god, it's pretty crazy.
And then what about, did you like Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters over here?
That was cool.
That one is, you're in like a synchronized dance with all the other cars, right?
Yeah.
And you learn dance moves?
Yeah.
That one was really fun. What else was there? You didn't get to ride Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a little bit like Tower of Terror, and you were a little not excited about that one today. But I did get to ride it, and I loved it. So I'd say anybody who's looking to ride, if you were worried at Tower of Terror here, you were bummed that it was gone, or you weren't happy that it's no longer here, I have to tell you that Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is an awesome replacement for it. Okay, the crew is back from the potty. Zoe wants to know if she missed anything. No, actually, we were just talking about other attractions, and now I want to know what your favorite ride was in all of Disneyland.
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain was. What did you like about Splash Mountain?
Because we got super wet.
Because it got super wet. That you did. And was it fast? Was there a big hill or anything?
There were hills.
Did you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jack, what was your favorite attraction? He's busy eating goldfish, as any other 4.5-year-old might be. Jack, what was your favorite attraction in all of Disneyland?
Well, you can, it's like a flame house. Hold your hand on it.
He's thinking. What ride?
Right now.
What ride was your favorite ride in Disneyland? We're waiting. He's.
Say it again, baby.
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland was your favorite? I thought you were going to pick Pinocchio as your favorite. Alice and Pinocchio. Why were Alice and Pinocchio your favorites?
Because we got to have yourself in them.
Because you have what in them? Yourself? Okay, because you find yourself in Alice and Pinocchio. That is quite a deep answer from a 4.5-year-old. But we'll take it.
Very
All right, Amy Lizard, what was your favorite attraction here on this trip to the Disneyland Resort?
Okay, so I have two answers. Because I have a favorite attraction here. I did not get to do it this time. But I still think it's worth saying Indiana Jones. Even though I didn't get a chance to do it myself, that is for sure my favorite one in this park. However, of the ones that I've never done, I'm going to have a really strange answer as always. Very unique. But to be honest with you, it was Francis's Ladybug Boogie.
That's really funny that you said that because I didn't ride it because it spins, but you guys did look like you were having a blast.
I've never laughed so hard in my life. It's one of those things, just like Tomater's Spin. I think that's what it's called.
We looked it up. It's Tomater's Junkyard Spin.
That's the ticket. But they're similar in that, it starts off kind of slow, and then all of a sudden they start spinning you, and they really make like huge, fast spin circles, and it's really funny. It's really cool. And I just think the kids love it, and, grown-ups are really surprised by it, and it's a great idea for an attraction.
Thank you, Ames, for giving us the answer while Zoe was asking whose bracelet this was that she found somewhere. You know what, Zoe? It's yours. It's yours, then. It's your bracelet. Okay. So my favorite attraction, if anyone was asking, maybe the listener is asking.
I would love to know your favorite attraction.
So my answer is kind of twofold, too. Actually, I'm going to completely cheat and go 3. I'm going to give you 3 answers.
It is your podcast.
It is my podcast. I'm going to give you 3. One, it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. I thought it was awesome. Super well done, and actually better than Tower of Terror used to be in this park. I didn't love Tower of Terror here. I get the people who didn't get to ride it out in Hollywood Studios would really like it. To be honest with you, the version out here was far below what I think Hollywood Studios version is. Guardians of the Galaxy, what they've done is awesome. It's a completely immersive story. The queue is great. The collector stuff is very cool. I saw Harold the Yeti from the old Matterhorn in the queue, so that was awesome. So I took a video of it. I'll be releasing that at some point so people can see kind of what it is. But I really want you to come and experience it yourself because it's awesome. My other answer is, of course, Indiana Jones, Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Alexa and I got to ride that a couple days ago. Great attraction. Classic Disneyland, even though it's only been here for like 20 years.
Yeah, no, it's so unique, and I know that it's the same track that's on the show, but it feels so different with the theming. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else like it. And, obviously people really love Indiana Jones, and it just immerses you so much in the movie.
Agreed. And yeah, the Indiana Jones thing I think is a selling point for so many people who just love Indiana Jones. I'm a huge Indiana Jones.
I totally agree with you.
So yeah, just even seeing Indiana Jones on an attraction is cool. And they have why did it have to be snakes? Or I think it's just snakes, you guys are on your own. It's a great attraction. And my third attraction that I'm going to pick is actually Radiator Springs Racers. I just love it. Is that what Alexa picked? Jack wanted to pick it. Radiator Springs Racers, what you picked. Such a great attraction. So much fun. 0 to 60. There's 2 different endings. Or 2 different little. You either go through Luigi's Tire Shop or through Ramon's Paint Shop. You race the other car on the attraction at the end. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's awesome. This land is easily my favorite land that they put in this park. I love it. So yeah, that would be my favorite. All right, let's kind of talk famous last words about Disneyland. Lex, is there anything else that you wanted to mention that you really, really loved with your time out here in Disneyland or California Adventure or anything?
Oh, yes. I need to talk about the best pretzel nuggets at Cozy Cone.
Okay, so you had the pretzel nuggets at Cozy Cone Cafe today. The Cozy Cone Motel.
They're so good. I mean, if you eat them, just take a bite and, oh my God. Never want to stop eating them. So good.
So if you are a kid that likes pretzels, as Alexa said, you take one bite and you never want to stop eating them. That's a great point for the Cozy Cone Motel. I love this whole land. Everything in Cars Land is awesome. Actually, this whole park, the way it's redone, is phenomenal. So if you get a chance, come out here. It's amazing what they've done here. It's fantastic, and it's just going to get better with the Marvel stuff that's coming, with Pixar Pier instead of Paradise Pier, with the Halloween overlay to Cars Land that's coming. It's going to be awesome. Jack and Zoe, do you have any last things to say on the podcast that you really liked in Disneyland?
No.
Zoe thought long and hard and said, nope. Jack, do you have any last things you want to say that you love in Disneyland? What's your favorite thing in all of Disneyland? Let's hear it.
Having fun.
Having fun. Well said. Very well said. Amy Elizabeth, last words. What was your anything we didn't go over, didn't cover? As I look at your cool Disney Mickey ice cream bar nails that you got done for this trip, what is one thing we didn't cover that you want to kind of bring up?
I wanted to bring up, actually, it's called Animation Courtyard.
The animation building, I think.
I'm sorry, the animation building. It's so awesome. And I think we're going to be heading there shortly. And it's just wonderful for kids. Literally, as you walk in, they're showing, yeah, absolutely, they're showing clips of the movies. And, you know, there are seats where you can just sit and watch them. So already that's great because it's air conditioned. And, you know, the kids were dancing and singing. And it was a great place for that. And then you can do Churros Chocolate Crush. Which is, of course, wonderful. And it was a little different here, actually. I really liked it. It was longer, I think, too. And he was just really interacting with everybody. And then our favorite thing was that you got to go in, what was it called, Animation Academy?
Animation Academy, yep.
I'm so sorry. And they were drawing Olaf, and they were teaching you how to draw. And you get a clipboard and a pencil and a piece of paper, and you actually get to draw your own version of Olaf, and the kids do as well. And it was unbelievable. The kids were engaged the whole time. We all made our own pictures. You get to keep the pictures. So it was really just an incredible, unique experience. And I wanted to make sure I talked about it.
Yeah, I didn't get to go in there. I think I was doing a Facebook Live video at the time. But it's Animation Academy is the same kind of they had in Walt Disney World of Hollywood Studios for years, where you would learn to draw one of the characters. Really cool. So with that, we are winding down our trip. We only have a couple of more hours tops in the park because we are heading back to Philadelphia bright and early tomorrow morning. So from Disneyland, from Disney California Adventure, from Cars Land, from Flo's Cafe, thanks for listening. We had a great trip, and I think that's it, right?
Thank you so much for listening, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, this was an interesting podcast. The entire time we were recording it, the kids were running around in the background until I pointed the microphone at them. So hopefully it turned out okay. Hopefully you can hear what we're saying. If not, then you'll never hear this. All right. And that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Ear to There podcast. Did you think it cut off for a second there? That's what I was going for. Anyway, thank you again to my guests, my family. They were awesome. They were a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. So it was so cool to have them on. Like I said, the kids, we tried to get them to pay attention the entire time. Toward the end, the little ones kind of started fading out there. But I hope it was still enjoyable, and I hope you still had fun. So thank you so much for listening. As always, I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you did enjoy the show, I have just a small favor to ask of you. If you haven't yet subscribed to the show, rated the show, and reviewed the show on iTunes, I'd really appreciate it if you did that for me. If you haven't done it yet and you want to take care of that, go over to eartotheretravel.com/iTunes. There you will find a step-by-step tutorial that will teach you how to subscribe so you get these shows downloaded each and every week automatically. And it also shows you how to leave an honest rating and a review for the show. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. You are awesome, and it'll just help more people find out about the show and listen to the show. So thank you in advance, and I really appreciate it. Okay, just remember there will be a new episode of the Ear to There podcast each and every Monday morning, as well as a new episode of the Ear to There podcast, Walt Disney World Word of the Week, and that'll be each and every Wednesday morning. So until next time, have an amazing week. Thank you again so much for listening. Bye-bye.